What's up everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out. In this video, we're taking a closer look at the VMaker app for iPhone. Let's go. Now, before we proceed, the VMaker app is a video editing application that's 100% free to download on iOS at the moment. And this application is made by Goodson, the same company that makes the Moza gimbals. I'm giving you the heads up because I do have a relationship with Moza. They have been a sponsor of the channel and they have actually hired me for multiple events. Just throwing that out there. Having said that, I was very surprised with the VMaker app because I wasn't expecting as much customization and as much capability out the gate. So throughout the video, I'm going to be sharing some cool things that I find very interesting and very useful, and hopefully they can help you edit your videos while you're on the go. The VMaker app has a very easy import process. It just uses your photo library and it allows you to select the shots that you want to edit. And it's really cool because when you select them, it gives them a number and it puts them in order. That way, you don't really have to shuffle things around if you don't have to. If you're making an Instagram video or a TikTok video or something like that, and you have a sequence, an order of events, you can go from the first shot to the very last shot. And once you hit import, it's just simply going to lay them out in the right order in your timeline. You can, of course, after the fact, shuffle them around if you need to, but this definitely helps you save some time and pretty much lay out your foundation in the order that you want. Now, the VMaker app has most of the tools that you would find in full-blown computer-based editing software, like cutting, trimming, changing your speed, changing the levels of your audio, making things slower, making things faster. But one thing that really caught my attention is the fact that they have a built-in library for music that you can use for your videos for free. I haven't paid a cent yet, and some of the tracks are actually pretty good. So kudos to VMaker app because that's super useful. It's definitely something that I've struggled in the past with, finding real music. And it's cool that the VMaker app includes this because it cuts down your time researching and finding on the internet tracks and sound effects that you might need for your videos. You can also record your own sound effects or your own voiceover with a little voiceover tool. And this is awesome, especially for these type of videos because you can voice over an unboxing, a makeup tutorial, or anything that you have filmed already and you would like to add a little bit more context. Having that voiceover capability definitely gives this application a little bit of a boost in my own personal scale because it's definitely a little bit of a step above anything that you can find on the free tier on the App Store so far. The VMaker application has some filters, and believe it or not, I've been able to achieve kind of like a balance with some of those filters, and you can change the intensity of that filter, giving you kind of like that LUT look, that warmer tone in certain cases. So I really appreciate the fact that it's not an all or nothing. Most of these free applications that you download for video editing, it's very bare bones. It just gives you all or nothing. The customization level is not as high as the VMaker app. So I'm very impressed by the fact that you can adjust the filters. You also have clip effects like mirroring and flipping your image horizontally or vertical. At times you have to make things work with what you have, and you might forget to capture a shot in a specific direction, or you might want to do an interview, and after the fact, you now have the option to correct that clip and flip it horizontally, vertical, or create different cool effects that could be fun for a lot of people. Another thing that really caught my attention is the fact that you can make adjustments to the actual clip. You can change your saturation, you can change your contrast, your brightness, similar to the photo editing tools that you have on the Native Photos app or any other applications like Snapseed and so on. The VMaker app actually gives you the option to edit that video. So it's really nice to know that you can make some of these adjustments in the app and not mess with your original footage because it's a composition. Sometimes you do have some editing tools built into the smartphone, but then you don't have the original clips. So I like to leave my original clips untouched, and then when I bring them over to my timeline, I can make all the adjustments and edits to the brightness, contrast, and saturation without altering the original footage. So definitely very, very useful. And surprisingly, the VMaker app has some really useful text tools. You not only have basic text for any intros or any titles, but you also have lower thirds, and you can animate where this title comes from, which is really cool. I'm very impressed because I thought this application was going to be very, very bare bones, surface level, putting one clip behind another, a filter on top, and that's it. But I found myself actually liking the fact that you do have the option to add a lot of customization to the way the text comes in. But my favorite thing about this application, on top of everything that I've just shared, is the fact that this app allows you to share your frame rate and resolution at the very end when you're about to export your project. And this is super useful because if you're trying, let's say for example, to make a cinematic video, you can choose 30, you can choose 24 frames per second. If you're trying to create a TikTok portrait video, you actually have the option to change your resolution and aspect ratio right on the application. And this is very important because I never really edited too much on smartphone because it was very complex and I couldn't achieve the right frame rate. So it's only a handful of apps right now that give you this level of customization, and VMaker app is one of them. But I want to know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have any questions or suggestions, drop them down there so we can continue to create relevant content for you. Once again, thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I'll catch you on the next one.